Okay, this is the last video for the quiz review. So then you guys can hopefully finish your take-home quiz and post it. I'm going to do an all-call later. Some kids who have not like logged in or anything, and I'll probably try to make phone calls next week to make sure everyone's having an okay time. This says find the product of the following matrices. I think most of you will use your technology on here, and that is perfectly fine. But do you see all those zeros? All those zeros make this problem not difficult to do by hand. So I'm going to do it by hand. Again, I'm not mad if you use your not your calculator. Yeah, your calculator at all. My site's not working. This is sad. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to pause this for a second. Okay, I got it. I don't want to brag, but I did that all by myself. So, yay me. So if we're doing this by hand, this is a 3 by 3. And we're going to multiply it with a 3 by 3. And remember, if the middles match, they can be multiplied, and the answer is going to be a 3 by 3. So it's row by column. So we're going to take this row here, and we're going to match it up with this column. And if you see this 970 rotate down, the 9 is times the -3, but everything else is times the 0. 7 times 0 and 0 times 0. So this is just -27 that's going to go in that top spot. Then you go over to the next row by column, and the 7 will be by the -9, and everything else will be by zeros. So we'll put a -63 here. And on this last guy, the 9 is with a 0, the 7 with a 0, and the 0 and the 8 are together, so this would be a 0 here. Your calculator could do the same thing. If I look at this next row by column, the 0 with the -3, the -2 is with a 0, so that's a 0. Go to the next guy. The 0 is with a 0. The -2 is with the -9, so it should be +18. And on the last guy, the 0, 0, and 0. The last row by column, the -1 will be with the -3, which is a 3, and then a 0, and a 0. So I'm going to type this in and see if we made any mistakes here. -27. I guess you can't hit tab. Oh, that's sad. Oh, let's see which one I messed up. -27, -63, 0. 0, 0, 0. This is 18. Oh, there it is. On this last one, 7 times 8. This isn't 0. This one's 56. This is 56. That 7 will be times that 8. You guys are like, why didn't you just use your calculator? Well, I don't want to go back and forth with the screens. God dang it. Okay, last one. So yeah, I just got really lazy at the end, and this, oh, where'd it go? This 9 would be times that -9, which would put a -81 here too, I think. If this is wrong, I'm starting this whole video over. Excellent. Okay, good deal. Sorry, that was frustrating. That probably wasn't much help. Just do it with your calculator, I guess. This one is not bad, though. This is just putting in the coefficients and stuff. So here is the coefficients. This will be the variables, and this will be the constants. This was addressed in another video as well as the lesson notes. 3. Make sure you have your signs. 3. So there's a -1 in front of that y. What are the two variables we're talking about? We're talking about x and we're talking about y. And then we have a 9 and a 0. Okay, so these are just coming from the coefficients, the constants, and the variables. Okay, this is an old review. You can go to your graphing calculator, which I think most of you would do, and then hit up the table. In case you're wanting to remember how to change this to vertex form, if you drew the boxes, there's 6 x's, so each side would get 3, and they're minus 3's. And that would put a 9 in the corner, but I don't really have 9, I have 8, so I'd have to subtract 1. So my vertex is to the right 3, down 1. Your technology could tell you that as well. And that will be my vertex. And from there you can go over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4, and that's it. Now this one I usually do tell you to use your calculator, especially with the negative. There's lots of room for mistakes here. So let's go ahead and do that. Negative x squared I didn't see what it was. Plus 9x minus 22. All right, so we graph it, and there it is. And the first thing they want to know is the vertex. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do second calculate, second trace, and we're looking for that maximum value. Okay, left bound, you have to hit the left arrow until you're on the left side of the vertex, and we should already be there. There's our cursor. So hit enter. Right arrow until we're on the right side of it. Enter, and then I don't need to guess here, but I will just because I want to. And it looks like 4.5, negative 1.75. 4.5, negative 1. Oh, they want fractions. Okay. 4.5. You can hit enter, math 1. 9/2. Negative. What was it? I already forgot. Negative 1.75. Negative 7/4. Okay. So then they want to know axis of symmetry. It's x equals. It's going to be a vertical line that goes right through. So it's x equals whatever x equals here. That's 9/2. Is that a max or a min? It was a maximum value. And then what is the maximum value? That's winning the y value. And our y value was negative 7/4. Okay. What was our graph? It was this guy. All right, moving right around the order. They just want the size, rows by column. There's 3 columns here holding up building, so this would be a 4x3. Rows by column. Sometimes it's harder when there's just small ones. This will be a 1x2. And then the last one, just 1 column, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, so this would be a 4x1. All right, I'm sorry, this was kind of a rough video. It's not my best work, but I think you'll forgive me. Make sure you finish that quiz and submit it. All right, thanks.